And welcome back to the Halo World Championship here. I'm Bravo, now joined by Onset in the booth. Onset, great to have you here on our main.
The 2016 World Championships is where we find ourselves. The biggest ever Halo tournament, $2.5 million.
Halo World Championship 2016, man, that's one I'll never forget, that's for sure.
You know, it still felt kind of surreal. It was the biggest Halo tournament ever, $2.5 million on the line.
Never got on good teams. I've never had really good placings. And then the year that it really blew up, my team with not really big names that you would expect to win a tournament, now people are talking about us possibly winning a tournament.
So the tournament started out with group stages.
You need top 2 in your group to advance into the bracket, and getting first place, that means you play a second place team of another group.
Liquid will 3-0 Allegiance. Who would have saw that coming?
Unfortunately, though, they came up a little bit short against a very strong team, Liquid, leaving them 2-1 in the group.
The biggest match for us was against Evil Geniuses. That was probably the second biggest upset of the tournament. People were like shocked. We ended up coming out first in pools.
Our team Allegiance, Evil Geniuses, and Denial, which were all expected to win our pools, all got second in our pools.
No one thought
upset
this.
in every single group.
Yeah, every single group.
In our minds, we're thinking one of us is going to play CLG.
Nobody wanted to play them. Nobody wanted to play. You wanted to avoid CLG as long as you could.
When we were backstage and we heard CLG versus EG, I stood up and I looked at my team and I said, we're going to win this tournament.
When we look at our bracket, we're like, all right, Renegades first round. All right, it's a decent match. But then we look more throughout the bracket. I'm like, wait, what? This can't be real. Like, if we win our first round, like, we got this. Like, we'll make it all the way through.
It's the first round of bracket play, the quarterfinal of the tournament. This is a $175,000 game. That is the difference between crashing out of the tournament now and getting through to that next round. We have to remember as well that 2016 Halo World Championships was a single elimination tournament.
If you lost once in bracket play, you're out for the tournament, and that's it. No coming back.
So going into the series, we were expecting Renegades to kind of run away with this. They'd been playing some insanely consistent Halo.
Proving to ourselves that we could beat the second best team was really, really big to us. So we were just so confident we were going to win this match.
The Renegades, they don't want their ride to end here. They're on a high. Allegiance is feeling good as well. These are your two squads.
Game number 1 is Empire Strongholds. Renegades came out of the gates incredibly hot.
Yeah, what a way to start. Triple tap straight away, and Ninja is just looking really good at the moment.
Everything felt as perfect as it could possibly feel.
And all of a sudden, we were just getting completely destroyed.
7-0, and what a start from Renegades.
I want to start for Ninja, right?
Ninja was teabagging me, shooting my body. Like, they're all feeling good. I just hear sparring and Ninja yelling at us.
We had zero chance. From the start, they had us on one side to the other side. They just had their way with us.
Suspector, he's going to be pushing out to the side. Does have that scatter shot. Tries to take down Ninja. Ninja flies over his head, and Ninja hits the ground pound on Suspector.
I saw Ninja, basically Ninja Suspector. At that point, I knew it was over.
And it's even worse because it's on like the biggest stage, like everyone's watching, and they're also beating us 100-0.
Oh my word, 97-0. Are we going to see an absolute shutout? We are. Renegades 100-0. Game 1. Bravo, what a way to start this series.
And look at these
Renegades
guys.
are for real.
100-0 in the favor of Renegades. It looked like the predictions were going to come true. They were amazing.
I mean, the vibe is at an all-time high. After completely obliterating a team 100-0, not only does that make you feel good, like that's got to be demoralizing for the other team.
We knew that can happen, so we're not trying to take it like personally, you know?
Regret Slayer was game 2, and honestly, that was like one of my best game types. So I was pretty confident. My team was also good on it.
We were thinking in our minds, like, there's no way we're not going to get any overshields again for 2 maps.
They didn't get the first overshield, and things really started to spiral out of control.
Victory X now, he's going to be pushing bottom mid. As you say, that overshield so important as we see Spot flying in bottom mid and picking up that overshield. So exactly what Allegiance did not want to happen.
I think that we had that momentum from game 1. They had to try and pull back and get some momentum, and they couldn't find it in that game. So, I mean, just that whole game, it was us.
They got every single overshield, and it reflected in the scoreline.
Just 1 kill away now are Renegades from taking the second game of the series. Krios is in front of him, but it doesn't matter because the kill already happened. 50 kills to Renegades. They go 2 up in the series.
I was thinking in my mind, like, is this really happening right now? Like, we just got 100-0'd. We almost got steak dinnered. We have 0 momentum. It wasn't like we had a good end of the game.
After seeing the stats, I was like, what just happened? Like, that's my best game type. Like, that should not happen.
They went up 2-0 in the series, and it just looked like the series was done and dusted.
But I was just telling my teammates, all we need is one map, some momentum, and we can do this. Every team I'm on, for some reason, I just need to win one map, and then we can win the series.
Allegiance backs against the wall, and for their opponents, it's just one more game.
Game 3 Coliseum, we're feeling really good. We're up 2-0 at this point.
We knew as long as we slayed, we could win.
But it's a long road ahead. They need to win the next 3, or Allegiance will be going home early, and that will be it for their squad. Renegades potentially poised to move on. Look at Renegades still pumped up, ready for this match, ready to move in.
Renegades start in the same way that they started the previous 2 games.
Everybody's just doing their thing, you know, like what we've talked about, what we've practiced, and we're doing it flawlessly.
If he can get this across to his fountain, he's going to be an opportunity for the first cap of the game from Renegades, almost in the first minute of the game, and it's 1-0 first game.
Within 40 seconds, they have their first flag cap on the board. And for Allegiance, I think their heads are clocked out.
So right after that flag cap, like our morale went instantly down.
Towards the red VR, I'll find a player here. Victory X gets a hit marker on him, but doesn't actually clean him up, and Victory X makes him pay, and that is 4 down.
And Stellar is spawning at their base. Well, they'll likely be able to bring this in. Yes, indeed. Renegades goes up 2-0 here.
After they kept the Sega flag, the comms died. There was no energy. Some of us weren't even talking. And I was like, guys, like, we can win this. Like, we got this. But after I said that, it was still dead. That's when I thought we lost.
I don't think the feeling could be worse than being down 2-0 in the series and 2-0 in the capture the flag game 3.
We were playing next to perfect Halo, and then the moment we capped that flag, it's like everything changed.
So Allegiance, down 2-0 in the series, down 0-2 in flag caps. Their tournament life is on the line. They needed something special.
Brett and Sal ended up OEing on their elbow. Aiden got a couple kills, and we threw it out, and we got a cap really fast.
Town picks up that kill, but that's a trade. Good play from L-Town there, and it looks like... Oh, they actually managed to put that flag in. We missed that one, so Allegiance coming back into the game here, 2-1.
And then once we got that first flag cap, we all came alive. People started yelling, like we actually felt like we had a chance.
I remember them pulling almost immediately after capping their first one. And that's when I felt we need to do something now. Like, this can't happen.
I spawned with a flag in front of our base.
Kratos off the respawn manages to pick up a huge double kill to keep that flag alive.
All of a sudden, the Allegiance guys have come to life. A double kill here from Kratos, and he's looking to rally this flag back for his squad.
I get a double kill, grab the flag, cap it 2-2, and when I scored that second cap, I screeched.
Great flag work here. Look at this, using the thrust, and here we go, just like that. Allegiance has tied it up 2-2.
All of a sudden, the second flag goes in. I just completely forgot about the first 2 games, acted like it never happened, completely focused on getting that third flag cap.
All of a sudden, it was like Allegiance had woken up and remembered just who they were, and you just had this feeling that they weren't going to lose this game.
When Brett lived and got a kill on their side, we have numbers. Now they're scrambling to try to make something happen at this point.
I got one! I hear you. I got him!
We get the flag all the way to our side. Renegades pulls it out, stand off for a little bit. The Spectre gets 2 kills. I get the 3rd kill. I didn't even care about the 4th guy. I was like, double re! And then we end up getting a return, and then we just all just erupt.
I want it, Sal. Got it!
And that's it. Victory for Allegiance. What a comeback win. You heard it through that last listening. They brought it back together. They regained their composure. 3-2 is the final score. And that's got to deflate Renegades, right? They were up 2-0.
Not only did we just win, the Spectre had a really good game. Brett's smiling and happy. I'm hyped up. We're going into the next map knowing we can do it now.
Once we have like all that momentum and you have a hype Naded, a hype Kratos, it's pretty much over.
And the way that you saw Kratos pop off in his player cam, and all of a sudden it was just like, you could see that this wasn't going to be a 4-game series.
The team lost all composure, the whole team. It was really hard to just shake that off. I think the team started to crack there.
Stronghold Eden is going to be our game number 4. We've seen great stuff all weekend long, but I got to say, Naded and crew, they rallied back. Let's kick things off here with Naded on Allegiance.
From the start of this game, one man set the tone for Allegiance. It was Naded. He combat evolved the rockets back to himself. And from there, I mean, Allegiance just looks like a completely different squad.
Towards Naded, and there he is, the combat evolved medal. Great play from Naded. Knows Halo 5 inside out as he picks up a rocket kill there as well.
And that, it just determines the whole start of the game. They completely dominate us. It's not looking good.
I'm doing a really good job slaying. When they hear me going crazy, they all play better as well.
They have a fantastic start to this game, but they let it slip for just one moment.
Towards the middle of the game, Renegades got a triple cap on us and to start bringing the game back, and that's when it got scary.
we actually get the lead and we're feeling good. Like we finally caught up and now we're finally doing something right.
All right, and we're back here. Look at the scoreboard. Allegiance's lead has crumbled.
And during that time, it felt really hopeless. It felt like no matter what we were trying to do, they had an answer for us.
Get one. Talk to each other.
Stop power, get one.
We
spawn, what do we want to do?
Blue side one.
We have to wait, we spawn here. Let's get blue. Go blue, guys. Yeah.
We needed something to happen that wasn't just like normal trades.
I got the first pick. Kratos ends up capping blue Ben by himself, which was huge. And then we used that as a distraction, and we got top cat and red.
Exactly as I say that, it's going to be a triple cap for Allegiance. So this is back and forth here.
L-Town trying to patrol this red base.
I know that OS is coming up soon. I go in red nest, get the reset. I get the kill mid-bridge, hop onto OS. I basically knew I secured a win right there.
Hits him with the left cross, and he's going to be dropping down on that overshield. Picks that could be absolutely huge for Allegiance going into the...
I like thrust slide mid-bridge. I fly at blue bend. I get like a double.
Overshield in hand. Of course, they're going to get a reset on blue bend as well. Yes, they do. They are looking good. 89 is the score. They're going to continue to rack up points.
And from there, they managed to close out the game 100-65. We're going the distance.
That is going to be it. Allegiance is going to win this game. Here we are going to a game number 5.
Unbelievable. Allegiance have stormed back into this series, tying it up 2-2.
They were so happy to be beating me. So when we won that second map, I get up and scream at them. I'm like, what? What's going on now? We're ready. Like, come on.
Now that they won this game 4, it's looking like their series, even though the first 2 games that we had were just complete domination.
We talk about a shift in momentum here. Renegades grab those first 2. Allegiance fires back, winning 3-2, then 100-65 with a commanding total control finish.
From what just seemed like a simple 3-0 victory for Renegades, now we have all of the momentum shifting towards Allegiance, getting back-to-back wins to send it to this game 5. We're going to Plaza, it's Team Slayer, and this is it.
Ladies and gentlemen, game 5 between Renegades and Allegiance. The crowd is ready for this one. I am as well, bravo.
We did a really bad job on Overshield, and Naded made a huge play by hitting Overshield guy twice, taking out his Overshield.
Overshield landed. I'm taking a look across the top of the screens, and I believe actually Spartan is going to be the one to grab it. So Naded lands a few quick shots.
I ended up lifting up, killing the OS guy, and I go S4. I hear grenades coming left and right. If I'm going to die with snipe, let me at least put it in a bad spot.
And L-Town just moving around at the moment, trying to find some shots with that sniper rifle, but he's coming up with a great
Look at the
pressure.
getaway. Wow.
But next thing you know, I'm like, wait, they're not looking at me anymore. I was like, oh, I could get away. So I sprinted back into Cafe.
It really could be. L-Town doing such a great job of holding that sniper rifle as he hits the shot. Victory!
We knew it was going to be a big Overshield. I was in yard, and I grabbed the Hydra. No one really grabbed the Hydra at the time. And I jumped up to Garden Ledge. L-Town is on Overshield. Spartan tries to get behind him. I get a free kill after getting a Hydra kill, so I get 2.
So that's going to be L-Town of Allegiance with the Overshield 16-12. He's going to get more kills, but my goodness, that Overshield grab on set was so big for them.
They were just so dominant at this point, and we were honestly just choking. When you're about to get reverse swept, it might actually be a worse feeling than getting reverse swept.
We were like running around bottom mid at that point because we just had full control.
Naded gets a kill. He ends up dropping U-turn, gets the 49th kill.
He's got the game in his hands. 2 kills left for Allegiance, and he finds Spartan bombing. 49 kills to Allegiance, and victory! Naded is the man right now. What a comeback from Allegiance!
And look at Allegiance. Naded is fired up, coming back from a 2-0 deficit there. That's the most explosive we've seen a team all weekend. This room is the loudest it's been all weekend. Allegiance has fought back and rallied back. Renegades is going home.
I just remember seeing defeat across the screen, and it's like something like shivered all the way down. It was the worst feeling I've ever had.
They were down 2-0 in the series. They were down 0-2 in flag caps. 1 flag cap away from completely crashing out of the tournament. And the emotion, you see Kratos pop off. You see Naded stand up like a crazy man possessed, shaking visibly.
There was no time I've ever been happier in my entire life, ever, than that moment right there.
I honestly had way too many emotions going through my head. It was the best thing I've ever done in Halo. Just like knowing I made my parents proud. Just being like proud of my team.
We were like the dark horse of that tournament. How our team came about even. We were all the leftovers. If we had won with that roster, that would have just meant absolutely everything.
Looking back at it, it meant so much because not only did we come back from 2-0, you guys know I talk a lot, and me doing that on that stage with our backs up against the wall, it felt good just showing everyone like, I'm not joking, like this is what I do.
The crowd honestly made me feel some type of way. The crowd basically wanted us to win, it felt like. I just heard so many yells. And that honestly gave us some momentum. And every time like one of us made a play, you could just hear the crowd. And that just makes me love Halo and competing.
That reverse sweep on a stage like that at an event of that magnitude with so much money on the line, when I look back on it, it's hard. It's always going to sting. Nonetheless, great series to Allegiance, and congrats to them. They made it to the finals. You saw Nated get MVP, and they made it a lot further than people thought they were going to.
For me, it's a moment I will never forget. The energy in the room is something that I will never forget. And the series as a whole is something that I certainly will never forget.